and gentlemen, let's give a round of applause for performer of the evening, Mico! Give it up!
Excuse me, this microphone sounds a little bit better. How y'all doing tonight? How y'all doing tonight? So I'm gonna try something a little different for you. This poem is near and dear to my heart. Lets me kind of stretch out. I'm an actor by trade, poet by nature, and I also work at the Blind Pig. So you can catch me in your neighborhood everywhere. That's what's up. I am life lived without destination or distance. Armed with angry skin and hopeful intent to see, I got a mouth. I got Excuse me, man. It seems like sometimes life takes on its own sense of what's supposed to be, and I've been waiting for you, sitting here, drinking, thinking, wondering how I'm gonna make my way back to your love, cause sometimes the liquor goes down a lot smoother than love do, and I love you sounds a lot like fuck you, and we only talk when we fucking, which ain't much. And I blame myself for a lot of things that go on with your love. See, baby, just picture me beautiful. My own veritable cornucopia of events. I've been waiting for your sunshine smile since November. Hey baby, tell me I'm beautiful. I mean, God seemed to think so. And there's enough for me to go around, and I've been waiting for a proper dandelion I could whisper a sweet surrender to you. You were so warm and attractive. Tell me, when you go to sleep at night, do you dream in constellations? Tell me, do you wait for me to come home and darken your doorstep, baby? I'm just a meth addict looking for another habit I can get into, and you look like something I could get into for a moment. Because to tell you the truth, I mean, my life's hectic. Hectic like 6 a.m. traffic. Hectic like going to a job you don't want to go to. Hectic like a life you living. Hectic like a life you living you ain't supposed to. And I've been waiting. Shit, stop. They call me late for dinner. They call me late for your sunrise. They call me, in general, just late. And I've been wishing I could be something more than your hypocrisy. I've been wishing I could be something more than your sweet lip kiss. Hey, baby, come kiss me an orgasm I could remember you by. I've been drinking, and I've been thinking, and I've been waiting for you to notice me. Find me something you could get used to. Maybe my heartbeat is to a rhythm that you could get used to. And sometimes I think more than I should. And sometimes I don't act when I shouldn't, baby. Sometimes I just wait for you. Wait to hold you close. Tell you a lullaby. Whisper you a sweet something you could hold on to. You and me, well, we wallflowers, and we patiently wait for someone brave enough to ask us to dance. How y'all doing tonight?
Yeah.
That's what's up. Give it for my homeboy Paul Czap. Gonna come up and help me with the next one. Give it for Paul Czap. Also, give it up for your feature tonight. She was her own band, like her whole own entity. Clap it up for that. That's what's up. Right? And I think not enough respect is shown for what I guess what we're about to do tonight. I mean, the creation of music. We're gonna birth it right on stage for you guys. We ain't really practiced, and if it comes out right, I mean, folks be like, oh, that was supposed to happen. Not really, but being the artists that we are, we try to make stuff happen. And I'll give it for you tonight. That was what's up. I was thoroughly impressed, man. That was awesome job. Clap it up. Clap it up one more time. All right, so me and Paul talked about this poem. I never really got a chance to do it. And it's in the same vein. We're gonna get into it. I'm gonna tell you a story. Something very near and dear to my heart. Now, my great-grandfather told my grandfather, who told my father, who eventually got around to telling me, and he said, boy, you ain't no kind of man unless you get your hands on some land. And he's right. I mean, it's not like God's making any more. So when the old man set himself up with 140 acres of prime South Kakalaka dream out there north of Hickory County, needless to say, he felt he might have been pleased with himself. Sure, he had to leverage everything he ever owned, but a man with a dream, now you see that there's a powerful thing. And every Saturday, like a good soul, he step out on his porch, drink him some sweet tea, and take a giant nap while presiding over his tobacco field. That September come around, Daddy found himself the talk of the town. Seems he brought in the biggest tobacco crop Hickory County's ever seen. More tobacco stalks than you can shake a stick at. I mean, the mayor and old Jim Marshall from the Chamber of Commerce come by the house. Shake Daddy's hand, called him a credit to the community. Things went on that way for a while. Every September, my daddy strolled the streets of Hickory. His chest swole out like a rooster, life as sweet as June honeysuckle. That was until the freeze of 42. It seems sometimes God makes his own plan. The best thing you can do is trying to buy. It seems winter came early that season and turned all my daddy's crops into ice skating rinks. I mean, he tried to keep a positive attitude on account of mama being pregnant and all. He said, I'm just gonna go down to the bank, talk to Mr. Peabody, see if we couldn't reason this thing out. My daddy got back from the bank, his face was as long as the Mason-Dixon. Seems the bank told him he was going to have to pay what he owed. And I feel like, he just couldn't have that. Them foreclosing on his farm. So I figured he done the only thing he figured he could do. He marched up the stairs to the den, grabbed his double-barrel Winchester off the rifle mount, said he was going back down to the bank to see if they couldn't reason this thing out. My mama begged him not to go. She said it was a damn fool thing to do, but men like my daddy, well, they ain't easily swayed. He kissed her, he told her he loved her, and then he walked out that door. And I never saw my daddy again. I mean, he didn't come home. Story goes, Daddy marched to the First National Bank and hit with that Winchester tucked underneath his arm. and demanded the rights back to his farm. Mr. Peabody, taking this for some sort of joke, assured him no matter what he planned to do with that rifle, it would not be in the best interest of the bank. My daddy shot him where he stood. And when the sheriff come around, trying to coax daddy into surrender, he told him, well, hell, boys, the time for talking's done. They shot my daddy down on a cold Sunday morning in September. His body as cold as tobacco field. Not long after that, a young fellow from the Prudential Company come around, had mama a check for $400,000, most zeros I ever seen in my life. Seems daddy had taken out a little life insurance policy on himself before he died. The check came with a letter. It read, Dear Lucille, please forgive me what I must do. I am a damn fool. Your ever-loving husband, Henry. We still own that land outside Hickory County. It's a dairy farm now. And every man, child in this family has turned that dirt for a summer or sometimes two. It's like my great-grandfather told my grandfather, who told my father, who eventually got around to telling me, he said, boy, you ain't no kind of man unless you get your hands on some land. And he's right, because God ain't making no more of it. God don't make men like my daddy no more.
Let's give it one more time for Mico!